David Cameron is coming under fire from the Tories being beaten in the Eastleigh by-election by UKIP. Stuart Jackson, the Tory MP for Peterborough, told the London Evening Standard that unless things are demonstrably different in terms of public perception by the early summer, he will have great difficulty in persuading the electorate that we can win a general election. He is out of touch with the party. Both gay marriage and EU migration feed into a narrative that too much emphasis is going to the liberal metropolitan elite and not enough to the blue-collar working vote that Margaret Thatcher had the support of. Eleanor Lang, the MP for Epping Forest, told BBC's Radio 4's The World at One programme that ordinary Conservative voters don't feel that this government is in tune with them, with their hopes and fears. Sometimes, you know, I will put it as strongly as saying that it's hurtful. It's hurtful to people who want to believe in a Conservative party that represents them. She goes on to say, in my own constituency on the doorstep of Eastleigh, and generally people that I talk to, do you know that they actually feel hurt? They feel hurt. They feel left out. They're told that they're old-fashioned and they think that they don't matter and what they have stood for and what they believed in doesn't matter. These people who for decades have put their faith in the Conservative Party. The only way to take forward those issues that people really care about is to have a truly Conservative government. And to do that, the leadership of my party has to tune in better to the people who want to support it, who want loyalty and who now feel rather left out. Cameron isn't the Prime Minister to implement historical Conservative values and policies and to appeal to the traditional Conservative voters. I know this is hard for some of you to understand, but Cameron is there to kick the can down the road for his paymasters, the Rothschilds, and to chip away at the destruction of the UK that little bit more and to ensure the UK is forever enslaved within the European Union. You see, it works like this. Cameron knows what he's doing. He's had his instructions, and they don't include appealing to the majority of traditional Conservative voters. This is insane, I hear you cry. Is it? Well, it depends what angle you're coming from. If you're the leader of the Conservative Party and you're blatantly ignoring your core vote, well, that would be stupidity and insane. Whether you like him or not, he isn't an idiot. He is doing it because of the Rothschilds. His banker paymasters have a problem, and that problem is Europe. You see, UKIP have risen to where they are because of their policy on the EU. Even the immigration issues that they were bringing up at the Eastleigh by-election are a direct result of being within the European Union. You see, the Rothschilds need us in the EU because they're part of the banking cartel that want to consolidate power within the EU into a few unelected hands, mainly theirs. But UKIP have come along and they're beginning to spoil their party. Because of UKIP's success in Europe, Cameron has had no choice but to offer an in-out referendum on the EU to try and put UKIP in their place, but this hasn't worked. Cameron will continue to be left of centre and lose more and more traditional Conservative voters as the 2015 general election approaches. You may even see some of his backbenchers actually switch to UKIP. This means that more than likely Labour will get into Downing Street in 2015. The Fabian Society's Ed Miliband, I predict, will be the next Prime Minister. Miliband would of course offer no referendum at all on the EU. So the Rothschilds will have got exactly what they wanted. UKIP defeated, no referendum on the EU, but they will in fact have more integration with the EU under the Fabian Society, the Labour government. If the above happens, there will be a United States of Europe with little, or more realistically, zero chance of us ever being able to leave. Game, set and match. We would never be able to govern ourselves again as a free country. We will just become a province of the United States of Europe, which will be run by unelected bureaucrats and bankers that we can never hold to account, never remove from power. Our leaders will be chosen for us. So there you go. That's it. That's what will happen unless we wake up and wake up fast. We need a massive grassroots movement to prevent this from coming to fruition. But with the apathy amongst the general public, are we really up for this fight?